Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our September IHMVCU Financial Fitness webinar. I'm Addie Hendrick, the Member Development here at IH, and I'm so glad you could join me to learn more about 'Tis the Season for Holiday Spending. From never-ending gift lists to those last-minute sales, holiday spending can sneak up fast. But with the right tools and mindset, you can keep the joy and your finances intact. So today, we're going to talk about how to build a holiday budget that works for you, gift-giving strategies that won't break the bank, ways to reduce financial stress and to avoid buyer's remorse, and then healthy spending habits to carry into the new year. So now I'd like to introduce our knowledgeable IHMVCU speaker tonight, Christy Rothenberger. She is the financial coach at our Davenport West Kimberly Road location. Christy has been with IH for 2 years and has been in the financial industry for about 13 years. She has held the range of positions as a teller, personal banker, assistant branch manager, and currently a financial coach. She is a certified credit union financial counselor, which has helped her guide many members on their financial journey to achieve financial success. So welcome, Christy. Before we jump in, I want to remind you that everyone is muted for the entirety of the session. If questions arise during it, please place them in the chat and we will address them at the end of the webinar. Also, the session is being recorded for future viewing purposes. So with that, I will hand it over to Christy.
Welcome, everyone. We all know what the holidays right around the corner, and they can be filled with joy. They can also come with a hefty price tag. Let's take a quick look at the holidays, what they actually cost. These graphs from the National Retail Federation show spending trends over the years. And while we don't have the full 2025 data yet, in 2024, we've already projected to hit a record high, over $875 per person. And that's not just for gifts. That includes food, travel, decoration, and all of those last-minute extras that seem small, but they add up fast, especially over 2 months. At IH, we hear so many of our members who feel shocked when they receive their credit card bill in January. Not because of one big splurge, but because of all the little things that add up without them realizing. So that's why we're talking about this now, in the middle of September. The holidays will sneak up on you quickly and can be emotionally and stressful. We want to give, celebrate, and create memories, but without pain, and it's easy to overspend. So let's walk through how to build a holiday budget that works for you, so you can enjoy the holiday season without the stress. Here is your holiday survival guide. 5 simple steps to help keep your budget and your stress in check. Number 1, set your spending limit first. Before you buy anything, figure out your total holiday budget. This is the maximum that you can spend, and it will help guide everything else. Number 2, make a full list, and not just for gifts. This should include meals, travel, decor, party supplies, wrapping paper, and all the stuff that sneaks in and adds up. Number 3, track your spending. Use whatever works for you. This could be an app, a spreadsheet, or even a notebook. Just make sure you are seeing your total as you go. Number 4, expect the unexpected. Build a little cushion, $50 to $100 for those last-minute invites or even those rising costs. That buffer can help you stay on track. And number 5, use cash or debit when possible. This helps avoid debt and will help you stay within your limit. Credit can still be used, but just make sure you have a plan on how you will pay that off. The goal isn't to cut out all the fun. It's to spend with purpose so you enjoy the holidays without regret. Now, to make putting this plan into action a little easier, we have created a tool that you can use right away. Here is a holiday budget template that we have provided to you guys as a resource for this holiday season. Feel free to take a picture or look for it through a follow-up email from us. And then once you have all of your numbers set, the next challenge is to stick to them. especially when it comes to gifts. Let's be honest, giving can get out of hand fast. There's so much pressure to go big, but meaningful does not mean it has to be expensive. Here are a few things that you can keep in mind and make things affordable. So you could do personalized gifts like photo albums or something handmade are often more meaningful than anything that you could buy last minute. One well-chosen gift per person can be more special than a pile of random ones. If you have children, you could try want, need, wear, read, and it creates a balance that sets clear expectations. So you might ask, what does all of that mean? So want would be something that your child has been asking for. Need would be obviously something that your child needs. Wear could be clothes, it could be a watch, it could be anything that your child would wear. And then read. So it could be a book, or I don't know, do they still have comic books, things like that. And most importantly, you want to plan ahead. Shopping early avoids the stress and overspending when it comes to last minute scrambling. But even with the best plan, what happens when your budget doesn't line up with someone's expectations? Something that I hear all the time is, I want to stick to my budget, but what if others aren't on the same page? Maybe your family gives big gifts, but you're trying to keep things simple this year. Or a friend invites you to go on a trip that is just not doable right now. Here's the thing. It's not in my budget right now is a perfectly valid response. And it's not about shame, it's about being responsible. You want to start these conversations early, whether it's drawing names, setting price limits, or splitting costs with others. Being proactive helps everyone feel more comfortable. If you have to say no to something, there are some alternatives for you. You could do a small gift exchange, you could do a shared meal, or you could even volunteer together. Keeping the focus on why we celebrate and not how much we spend. Leading with your values will make these conversations easier, and the sooner they happen, the less stress you will feel. So I know, like growing up for myself, we struggled financially. Most people in my family struggle financially. We didn't have a lot of money to spend during the holidays, but we did have our traditions. And one of my favorite traditions was going to my grandma's house on Christmas Eve. And for me, it was just seeing all of my cousins and my uncles and just feeling the love for my grandparents. And I know it seems small, but looking back at those memories fills my heart with joy. And I know that I'll never have those moments again. So traditions are good too. The best plans can even get tripped up. Here are some common traps to watch out for. Buy now, regret later. Unplanned purchases can lead to January regret. If it's not in your plan, pause before you swipe. Impulse buys or flash sales. These create urgency on purpose. Step away and wait 24 hours. If it still makes sense, then go for it. Chasing every deal. A discount plan or a discount deal isn't a deal if it is something that you don't need in the first place. Forget the extras. Don't forget the extras. So wrapping paper, stocking stuffers, shipping fees add up. You could put a small line in your budget for miscellaneous things like that. Number 5 is naughty or nice list. Always shop and stay on task and try not to overspend. So stick to your list and check it twice. A little awareness goes a long way, and it can save you big by the time the new year hits. Budgeting isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's also making choices that actually are good and reflect what matters most. One of the best ways to stay on track during the holidays is to spend with intention. You should ask yourself, why am I buying this? Does this reflect what really matters to me? Spending driven by love, connection, or community, that's great. Spending driven by pressure or comparison, that's when we get in trouble. So here are some ideas. Choose quality time over quantity of things. You could also support local businesses and budget part of your giving towards causes that you actually care about. People won't remember what you spent, but they will remember how you made them feel. When it comes to your spending, reflect your values. You're more likely to feel good about it too. And if you're looking for an easy way to keep all the things in perspective, the STAR method gives you an easy way to follow. The holidays come with pressure to spend, host, show up, and to do it all. The STARS approach helps you stay grounded and intentional. S, set realistic budget. Include everything, gifts, food, extras. It's your game plan. T, take care of yourself. Saying no is okay to protect your energy. Self-care isn't selfish, it's an essential. A, avoid comparisons. Your holidays doesn't need to look like everyone else's. Focus on what's meaningful to you. R, resist impulse spending. Stick to your plan even if a sale is tempting. S, seek meaningful experiences. Shared moments matter more than things. Create memories, not just transactions. If you want more tips, check out the guide from Investopedia, and that will be in the link. Now that we've got a big picture, let's get practical. Here are 2 simple methods that can actually help you manage your holiday budget day to day. The online banking method is great if you prefer to manage your money digitally. One easy way to stay organized is to open a separate savings account just for the holidays. You can even label the accounts your child's name or whatever you want to use the money for, like gifts or travel. Set a total budget for each and add to it gradually. So you could say $10 every paycheck. So by the time the holidays roll around, you'll have money saved and ready to use. At IH, our mobile banking app will let you track your spending goals and spending, which will help you stay on target to avoid overspending. If you're more hands-on, a visual person, the cash envelope method can be an effective way to stay on your holiday budget. So start by dividing your holiday budget into categories. You can use them you could be a person, it could be a kid, food, gifts, travel, decorations, pretty much whatever fits your needs. Then label the envelope for each category and fill the amount of cash you want to set aside. When the envelope is empty, that is your signal to stop spending. It's a simple but powerful way to keep yourself accountable and avoid overspending. Plus, using cash makes every purchase feel more intentional, which would help you cut down on impulse buys. With that, even an extra $50 to $200 can make a difference during the holidays. Here are a few quick ways to bring in a little extra money. So you could sell unused items online. You could offer holiday services. So I know somebody who wraps presents for people who don't want to wrap their presents. You could do decorating or even babysitting. You could freelance a skill that you already have. So if you have beautiful handwriting, you could write something, you could tutor, you could even design. You can monetize a hobby. So if you're a great baker, you could sell baked goods, you could sell crafts, or even go back to handwriting, you have calligraphy. It doesn't have to be huge, just something small that helps you stay on track to feel more in control. But no matter how carefully you budget or you bring in extra income, many people still lean on credit cards during the holidays. The key is knowing how to use them wisely. Credit cards can be a helpful tool, but they can also be a trap. Before you swipe, ask yourself, can I pay this off within the next month or 2? So things you need to watch out for is buy now, pay later plans stacking up. So they can be a great option for you, but you don't want to have too many of them because things can get out of hand quickly. There are store credit cards, but with store credit cards, they usually have a higher interest rate. So at IH, we have a 9.9 credit card, and then we also have a cashback credit card for 11.9. And then you want to be looking out for like high utilization. So you want to keep your credit cards at least 30% of your limit. And you always want to pay on time, even if it's just the minimum. Smart credit card use isn't about avoiding the cards, it's just knowing how to use them and having a plan with them. Someone once told me, if you're using a credit card and you don't have the money to pay for what you're buying, you are stealing from your future. And that's a great way to look at it. And remember, holiday magic doesn't have to be how much you spend. You can create a festive, joyful atmosphere without breaking your budget. You don't need to spend big to make your home feel festive. So you could reuse or rearrange what you already own. So you could do DIY decor, so popcorn garland, homemade ornaments. You could do cute little mason jar candles, just something cute and cozy. You could check thrift stores and dollar store for low-cost options, which I won't lie to you, this is something that we do at my home. We love the dollar store, so we go there and you can get pretty cheap stuff there. You could even make decorating a family activity. It's fun and it's free. Don't underestimate cozy lighting and music. They go a long way. Celebrate in a way that fits your budget and makes you feel joyful. It's not just about the decor. Holiday meals can be one of the biggest expenses of the season. But with a little planning, they don't have to drain your wallet. Holiday meals don't have to break the bank, you guys. Plan your meal early and stick to the list. Shop local and seasonal for the best deals. Cook from scratch when you can. It's cheaper and it's often tastier. Host a potluck to share costs. You could buy staples in bulk and use leftovers creatively. You could even use coupons, but make sure if you're buying it, it's something that you need. You can have a beautiful, delicious meal without financial stress. And while saving money is important the holidays, you can also is about giving and showing generosity in ways that don't have to cost a lot. Giving back doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful. Volunteer your time. Your presence can make a big impact. You can donate gently used items. You can offer kindness, so cards, meals, or even checking up on someone. You could set a small giving budget and then supporting local causes or small businesses. It's not about how much you give, it's about how you give. Meaningful generosity comes in many forms. Of course, generosity is important, but so is protecting yourself. And with the holidays, a lot of us shop online, and we're just going to take a moment talk about how to do that safely. Online shopping is convenient, but you need to be careful. Shop only on trusted sites. So you're going to look for sites that have that HTTPS. And you don't want to fall for deals that seem too good, because if they're that good, it's probably not real. When you are on these websites, you want to use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication. If you're going to shop online, I would recommend using a credit card because they do have better fraud protection than debit. If you can avoid public Wi-Fi when shopping, that is always helpful. And you want to check your statements regularly for suspicious charges. At IHMVCU wants to help you protect your finances and your personal data. If you want to learn more about fraud, Addie will drop in a link in the chat from our last workshop for the fraud awareness and digital safety. We also have holiday fraud defense workshop coming up in November, so keep your eye out for that if you are interested. And remember, the holidays doesn't have to be about just getting through the season. The holidays is a great time to start building habits to carry you into the new year. So you want to set realistic financial goals. Keep track of your spending, adjust your budget as life changes. Build or grow an emergency fund. Even small amounts matter. I just want to remind you all that we are here to support you, and we have lots of great tools, advice, and encouragement. And I wanted to thank you all for listening. And with that being said, I'm going to hand it back to Addie.
Thank you, Christy, for sharing your knowledge with us today. So now we have a few minutes for questions. So if you haven't already, please place those questions for Christy in the chat. Christy, I do have a few questions to get us started. I know you briefly touched on this earlier, but why do you recommend using debit over credit when holiday shopping? Can you unmute real quick? No, you're totally okay. No, that's okay.
So we all know that fraud happens, right? So if you use a credit card, you are safer from having to dip into your actual like income money. And it's easier to, there's so much protection with credit cards. And like I said, it will protect the money that you actually have coming in from wages or anything like that. So.
Yeah, that's great. And then what if I haven't started budgeting yet? Is it too late to start saving money for this Christmas?
No, it's never too late. So one thing that I love to do for people is to create budgets. So if you are interested in learning more or kind of getting your budget settled down, I'm a great resource for you, and I'm excited if I can help. But no, it's never too early to start.
Yes. Great. Well, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. That was great. And if there's any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we can get back to you later, or you can book an appointment with Christy. We have the QR code up on the screen to capture the path to book an appointment with her. If you're viewing from your phone, you can always copy that link below and paste it into your web browser, or you can wait until the follow-up email we send out to book an appointment with her. So I'll wait a minute in case anyone wants to scan that QR code. So with that, here are the steps to book an appointment as well, in case you are wondering. You just simply choose the service as shown in the left picture on the screen. Choose the date and time that works for you and your schedule. And then on that right-hand picture, you just fill in the details such as your name, email, phone number, and then share if you are a member at IH or not, and then click book. So yes, I encourage you all to sign up with Christy. She has great knowledge and she would be happy to help you one-on-one. With that, be sure to look for a follow-up email over the next couple of days with the recording of the session and a survey. We would love to hear your honest feedback about the webinar today. Also, please watch out for other free webinar opportunities that will be available for a monthly sign-up. Our next workshop is actually in person, so not a webinar, but a seminar on October 23rd at 6 p.m. on the topic of mortgage, roadmap to home ownership. So the sign-up link to get registered will be in the follow-up email as well. This is great if you're looking to buy a house, if you already have one, just always good to have this knowledge. So thanks again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.